When it comes to characters I like in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Discord is one of my absolute favorite characters. Maybe even my favorite character in all of fiction. In this video, I will go in depth to analyze Discord's Reformation with spoilers and all. So if you haven't seen any of these episodes featuring Discord from his Wikipedia page, you're probably going to need to go back and watch them for some context. Even with that being said, I'm still going to give context to each of my points, though just not as much. The focus was originally to focus on Discord as a whole, but instead I decided it would be best to focus on his reformation and how he progressed from there. Discord's return to the show a season later was very exciting, though this time Discord was about to change in a way the show hadn't done before with any of its villains, by reforming them onto the good guy's side. Discord was the first major antagonist of the show to be reformed, with Sunset Shimmer being the second and Equestria Girls. Discord's reformation all began on an episode called Keep Calm and Flare On. Starting off, Celestia brings Discord as a statue to the main six, including Spike. She explains to Twilight that they must find a way to reform him, so Celestia can find a way to use his powers for good. The way I see it is that Celestia probably knows that Discord could escape again from Stone. Therefore, if he were to return again, he would become wiser and more dangerous. Granted, it would probably take a couple years for him to escape, but still. Celestia is also a pacifist ruler, so she doesn't want to end Discord's life in order to stop him permanently. Celestia believes that Fluttershy is the best at reforming him because of her kind nature. With the elements of harmony protected by a spell, Celestia leaves and the main six try to find a way in order to reform Discord. But really, out of all of them, Fluttershy tries her hardest. Immediately when Discord is released, they see that he's back to his old ways, and already the main six want to send him back to Stone. Except Fluttershy. Fluttershy throughout the episode doesn't try to threaten or force Discord into becoming good. She calls out the main six for constantly jumping to conclusions and says that they need to give Discord a chance. The theme I got from this episode is don't force people into changing, as shown by Fluttershy's stare not working on Discord, and Discord eating all the reforming spells ahead of Twilight. So Fluttershy gives Discord a chance by being kind to him, while also trying to justify his actions to the main six. To some extent, it makes sense as to why the rest of the main six were ready to send Discord back to Stone than Fluttershy was. Not only were they new to reforming bad guys, but throughout the episode, it's implied that Discord is trying to manipulate Fluttershy into becoming his friend by showing he's changed, when really, he's just using her as a key to create chaos to annoy the main six, while still being in the right. But the final nail in the coffin is when Discord convinces Fluttershy to not use her element of harmony against him as a sign of trust. But when Discord betrays her trust by admitting that he only did it so he could be free to do chaos, Fluttershy calls him out on it, and when he doesn't listen, she unfriends him. Discord doesn't care until he realizes the consequences for his actions, therefore causing him to fix the chaos he created and reform. There's a point in this episode where Discord is hit with the idea of friendship.
I see that Discord's far from perfect, but I also see none of you giving him a chance.
Come on! What's gotten into you? Why do you keep cutting him so much slack?
Because that's what friends do.
We're friends?
Why, of course. I can't remember my house ever being this lively before you came along.
Oh, well, I've never really had a friend before.
Well, now you do.
But why, out of all the things Fluttershy did with Discord in order to befriend him, why did this hit him the hardest? My guess is that Discord didn't take Fluttershy that seriously. He must have thought that Fluttershy was doing the things that she did, not because she liked Discord, but because she was ordered to do so. So when it was revealed that she was serious, Discord is surprised. No one has ever been kind to him. He isn't used to that. Feelings are a powerful thing. Also, I like the order Fluttershy goes through in reforming Discord. She starts by being nice to Discord, but then stops acting nice after she realizes she has been too nice, which is a trait that carried with her in the Breezy's episode. First, act nice by giving the person a chance, then if they don't listen enough times, call them out by criticizing them, and then make them realize the consequences of their actions, so long as they find it fair. This is the order in which Discord is reformed, and is a much better way than forcing him to be good. Aside from Discord, we learn a lot about Fluttershy in this episode. Fluttershy next to Discord is probably my second favorite character in the show, which makes her pairing with Discord just as awesome. Overall, this is why I think Discord reformed, though this kicker in the end says a lot about the next episodes of Discord that were to come.
Yes, Princess, I'm ready to use my magic for good instead of evil. Most of the time.
There's been 2 roles so far that Discord has played after his reformation. Let's begin with the first one that eventually changed. After Keep Calm and Flare On, many were interested in seeing what kind of role Discord would be playing moving forward. Then by around the Season 4 premiere, we saw his new role. Discord became a kind of trollish type of teacher to Twilight. Some people like Josh Scorcher, aka Firebrand, aka the best person ever, were fine with this. But when the Princess of Chaos, Isle of Compossible has a problem with this, well...
And now it's time to sit back and enjoy some Discord shenanigans.
I'm reformed, don't you remember?
Wait,
And here I thought we were friends.
wait,
Would I lie to you?
no,
Gone. Gone?
no, no.
To explain myself, Discord was still a little bit like his old self, as in still up to no good by causing chaos. The difference being now is that he's less direct about it, making his chaotic doings have unclear intentions. Although Discord caused the black vines to sprout and didn't tell the main 6 until after they fixed the problem, Discord reveals that it was all to teach Twilight a lesson about being princess. So what seemed like a bad move was actually a good one. This is why many compare Discord to Snape from Harry Potter. It's an interesting character type because you're constantly questioning the character's motives, and you have to decide if they're good or bad. This type of character fits Discord quite well. The writers didn't want to reform Discord without taking away too much of what we like about him. His chaotic behavior is always so entertaining to watch. Because Discord is so overpowered with his magic, if he was a threat again, they would have to lock him up for good, and if he was too good, he'd be able to solve any major problem with ease. Discord is the Lord of Chaos after all. So with Twilight as an alicorn and being graduated from Celestia's school, Discord would be like an advanced version of Celestia's teaching. Something less blunt and more difficult. Sounds like things for Discord are settled, right? Well, no. The role of Discord as a trollish type of teacher worked for a while, but didn't go too well. Both Princess Twilight Sparkle and Three's a Crown worked as Discord's intentions were always mixed. But after Twilight's Kingdom had changed Discord's look on friendship as being more genuine, he had no real reason to act like he was on one side or the other. I'll talk about Discord's betrayal and how it changed him after this. But Discord didn't need to act like he was hiding what side he was on anymore. In the case with What About Discord and Celestial Advice, they both felt kinda unnecessary. With What About Discord, although his intentions are unclear, he doesn't have much of a reason to mess with Twilight. Maybe it's fine to have this episode as the final nail in the coffin between Discord and Twilight, but still. As for Celestial Advice, it was a bit too obvious that Discord was trying to purposely mess with Twilight by pushing her to fail, instead of acting like he was teaching her. Although Discord makes good points to Twilight about Starlight, he's more motivated to see her fail, making it too obvious what he's going for. And again, he doesn't have much of a reason to do this to Twilight anymore. But why? Twilight's Kingdom was a lot of things, though surprisingly a lot of character development from Discord than Twilight. And it all comes from one moment, that being Discord betraying the ponies and going off with Tirek, until eventually getting betrayed by Tirek himself. Certainly one of the biggest spikes in Discord's character. From pretending like he's on one side or the other, to being obvious this time. But why did Discord betray the ponies?
Help me to grow strong and be rewarded with something far greater than friendship. Freedom.
The idea of friendship acting like a prison to prevent Discord from being himself has been shown, like when Fluttershy threatens to unfriend Discord after thinking about causing chaos with the elements no longer there to stop him. Not only that, but the main six, aside from Fluttershy, don't ever acknowledge him in a friendly way or bother to show him the benefits of friendship. Discord had to pretend he was sick in order to get Twilight to notice him, and Rainbow Dash went straight out of there the minute he needed help. The main six didn't put any effort into getting to know Discord as Fluttershy did. There's a difference from telling someone you shouldn't play with your toys roughly than simply taking it away from them. I'm guessing the friendship that Discord got just didn't feel genuine to him. It was more of a way to get him to shut up and stop doing chaos than experience friendship. So he went with T-Rex because his friendship seemed genuine to him. In comparison, Fluttershy was serious about her friendship and Discord was surprised that it was. But with T-Rex, he wasn't being serious, but Discord bought into it and was surprised that T-Rex didn't. Quite the contrast. Now, do I think the main six should have treated Discord the way they did? Well, maybe. Well, I think they should have given him a chance. At the same time, Discord didn't really show that he had changed after Keep Calm and Flutter On. Though again, they were still new to reforming Discord and probably needed more time. So they still weren't used to putting in any effort to reform him. Anyways, when Discord betrays the main six and then gets betrayed himself, he feels the same reactions the main six had, thus making Discord feel something he's never felt before, what it feels like to be manipulated. This is why I feel this was the final nail in the coffin for Discord's trollish type of teacher role. Throughout Season 4, Discord was dancing around the idea of friendship. He didn't take it very seriously because no one else made him take it serious. But after all of what T-Rex did to Discord, he feels sad and guilty for his previous actions. Because of this, Discord admits to Twilight that he no longer wants to dance around the idea of friendship. And to show his genuine feelings, he gives her the amulet T-Rex gave him, which is quite the contrast from what he gave to Twilight in Three's a Crowd, spotted cleverly by the Brony notion. Then after T-Rex is defeated, Twilight forgives Discord in the end, and later on in What About Discord, we see the main six actually getting along with him. What a sweet, cotton candy-full ending. Overall, this was a nice genuine change in Discord's character. We saw an emotional side of him we've never seen before. After Twilights Kingdom, we had seen a major change in Discord's character. This time he wasn't going to play tricks, but actually try to learn the ways of friendship without anyone to neglect him. But unlike Starlight and Sunset Shimmer, Discord took his approach to redemption much differently. One major difference is Starlight, Sunset, and even Tempest all had at least experienced friendship in one way, but lost it, making their views on friendship change from good to evil, and eventually, with some help, back to good. On the other hand, Discord has never experienced friendship in his life. Instead, he went from evil to good. Granted, we know nothing of Discord's past, so we don't know if he had ever experienced friendship before. But I find it interesting how, of all the characters in the show, Discord has never had a friend once, which is pretty sad. Nobody bothered to get to know Discord. Every pony just assumed he was rotten to the core. This is why I think Discord is the most misunderstood about friendship. He doesn't know that Fluttershy isn't trying to replace him with Treehugger. He doesn't know that Spike and Big Mac actually feel bad for Discord. He doesn't know that Fluttershy likes Discord the way he is. In the majority of episodes with Discord, it's been shown that he misunderstands what those around him think about him, which causes him to assume bad intentions, unsure if friendship is manipulating him. I find this relatable, as if I went throughout my life without a friend and nobody treated me like one, I too would be confused, jealous, and angered, unsure on how to feel about my new peers. I guess you could say Discord has autism, or just trust issues. Though there's one major criticism I see towards Discord, and that is that he's a jerk. It mostly comes from this video made by DWK in 2016. If you want, you can stop the video and go watch it and come back, or by the end of this video to compare. Basically, Discord is a jerk who, despite no longer causing chaos, doesn't evolve or change the way previous reformed villains did. Though I disagree. While I can't deny Discord's presence in Celestial Advice was jerkish, I feel as though Discord had a good pace in improving himself from make new friends to the breakup breakdown, which was broken by a matter of principles. First of all, the fact that a character is a jerk in the first place isn't a bad thing. What matters is the execution. No main character is in the right all the time. For example, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is a jerk, but he learns throughout his journey to be a better person in the end. Not to mention, in Civil War, Tony has become less of a jerk, but he takes what he learned from the past, and you understand his motivation for why he's acting the way he is. He's not just a jerk for being a jerk. So I can understand why Discord does the things he does. I also find it extremely satisfying to watch Discord grow. Seeing Discord make friends with Spike and Big Mac at the end, proving to Fluttershy that he learned that having multiple friends isn't a bad thing, and that he can be likable enough to make friends with others, it's very satisfying to watch Discord's arc. Throughout Discord's episodes, each builds off of his character one by one, as consistent arcs should, going from only being friends with Fluttershy to again Spike and Big Mac. He learns from others his wrongdoings and then fixes them instantly. It's just Discord has a much harder time trying to accept putting his past aside from him than Starlight or Sunset. Discord as a character, I felt, needs other characters to criticize his actions in order to realize what he does wrong. I like Discord's arc because, unlike previous reformed villains, he has the hardest time trying to reform and redeem himself. I also find Starlight and Sunset's arcs to be too similar than Discord's.
Follow my lead!
Bullseye!
Nice one!
It's guys' night.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Having fun now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to mention the episode A Matter of Principle. This episode for Discord was his last for Season 8, and was probably Discord's worst episode. It isn't really about Discord though, it's more about Starlight and Spike, but Discord is the main conflict of the episode, and the way it portrays him is just a little too mean, like how he was in Celestial Advice. The thing is, I kinda like what the moral was going for. You should get what you want by not throwing a tantrum and simply ask, but the way in which Discord does it is not as fun as his chaotic self. It just felt too unclear, mean-spirited, and unfunny for Discord. I felt as though this episode was a giant bump in Discord's character progression. Sorry to end on this. I myself was pretty saddened by Discord's actions in this episode. I really didn't have any way to defend it. However, there's still hope. In chaotic conclusion, I feel as though Discord has improved, with a few bumps on the way. He's made good friends with Fluttershy, he's learned that friendship can be genuine, he's no longer playing around it, and he's even made some new friends. I can't imagine what they're gonna do with Discord in Season 9, or even Generation 5. All I can say to the writers of the show is, keep doing things that blow my socks off with Discord. Well, that's a bit over exaggerated, but I'm sure you guys will do interesting things with Discord. And to my audience, I hope you enjoyed my video. I put a lot of time into it. With that being said, this is Crime Lord Discord, and we'll meet again.